Okay, so as I was saying, you will notice that if I click on this now, it is going to expand my spot balance. So I can see the coins I have. As you can see, I now have Bitcoin of $19.88. Can you see it? I now have USDT of $12.50. That's the remaining part of the USDT. I bought 32 and I used 20 to buy this. It's not exactly $20 because of fees. They will remove fees. Now I can sell this BTC back to US dollar, to USDT, right? Now all I have to do is just to go through the same process, come to trade, then go to spot if I want to go through that route. If you're using your phone, you just go to trade under, you click on trade under that place, under the page, at the bottom of the page. So it's going to bring me back to this point. So I scroll to this part of it, right? Scroll to, now we're dealing with this part. This is sell part of it. So I'm dealing with this part. Choose market again. Then I can decide to drag this so that means I'm selling all of my Bitcoin. Then if I don't want to sell all, I can sell half. I can sell 75%, but let me say all. So I just do sell. Yeah. All right. Now, if I go back to check my wallet, you'll notice that you'll not be seeing Bitcoin there anymore. You'll only be seeing USDT. You can see 32. True. Now, I can decide to sell this USDT if I don't want to have it anymore. So we'll sell it at the end of this class using P2P so that I can get my money back in Naira in my account, right? But before I do that, I want to go to the next part of tonight's class. I want to go to the next part, which is we'll be going to different types of orders we have. I want to talk about different type of orders we have. Now, the one we just used now to do the buying and selling is what we call market order, right? That's the one we just did now. But we still have stop limit order and OCO order that we're explaining about. So we're going back to the trading view, to the Binance platform so that I can explain limit order. What is this limit order? Market order is what we just use now. All what market order is all about is just buying direct. Just buy direct without any story, any available price, just buy like that. So the system will pick the best available price for you. That is what this one is all about. Now we'll talk about limit order. Now let's go back to that buying interface again. Let's go back to that buying interface. There are a lot of ways you can use to get what's going on. Okay. Just tap on Bitcoin here. So it's going to take me to that buying and selling interface straight. If you are using PC, you can just when you play with it, you get to understand it more. Okay, just come here. I'm trying to pick. This is BTC BUSD. I don't have BUSD in my wallet, so I can't interact with this. I'll have to change it. I will have to change it to BTC USDT. Okay, this is the one I want to deal with. Okay, so this is BTC USDT. Okay, now this just market order that we just use now. Now, if you want to use limit order, now what limit means is that you are not buying at that exact point. Now, the current price of Bitcoin, as you can see here, is this, which is 21,702. It keeps changing because Bitcoin is highly volatile, one of the most volatile assets in the world. It's very, very volatile. It keeps changing. When you say something's volatile, that means it keeps changing. It's not stable. You understand? That's volatility. It keeps changing price. So you see as it's changing very fast, right? Now, I'm not comfortable buying at this point. This price is too high for me. I want to buy Bitcoin, yes, but I don't want to buy it at 21,000. Maybe I want to buy it with the price lower. Then I'm going to use limit order, which is this. So I can decide to limit and put, let's say, I want to buy it. I believe Bitcoin is going to drop to 15,000. So that's where I want to buy at. I want to buy Bitcoin at 15,000. So I'll just put, sorry, I'll put the price I want to buy at, okay, 15,000. So this is the price I'm comfortable buying. Then I'm going to put amount of Bitcoin I want to buy at that price, right? So I can decide I want to buy, if I have the amount of Bitcoin I want to buy calculated, I can write it here. But if I don't have it calculated, then I can just come here and press how much in dollars. Let's say I want to buy $20 for it. I just put $20. So that means my $20 is going to buy 0.00133 BTC. If BTC should drop to 15,000, so I'll just place on. I'll just press buy. Now, if I do this kind of buying, it's not going to buy. Look at what it says, say limit buy created, order created. Now, it's not going to buy it for me. That's why we call it pending order. It's going to just save it as a pending order. Okay, so I will just place a pending order on BTC USDT. That's a limit buy. I said if you want to use limit, I'm trying to explain myself. If you are using limit, you just tap on limit. Then limit means that you are not buying at this current price. You want to buy at a price lower than this. Now I'm assuming that I want to buy at $15. So you have to press $15 into this place. That means that's the price you want to buy from at. You understand? Then you put the amount of Bitcoin you want to buy at this price. Now, if you don't have the calculation of the amount of Bitcoin you want to buy, you can just come here and put the amount of dollars USDT you want to spend. You know, I'm having USDT in my wallet. Now I'm currently having $12 USDT. So I can come here and put that I want to buy $10 worth of BTC at this price. So this is the amount of BTC I can buy with $10 if BTC drops to 10,000. Can you see it? So I can buy 0.00066. So that's what I just did. And immediately you press buy, it's going to place it as a pending order. It's going to place it as a pending order. So now all you have to do is to wait for Bitcoin to come down to this price, 15,000. If Bitcoin doesn't come down to this price, this order will be there forever. And this $19 that you're using to place this trade will be locked. You will not be able to use it, or else you cancel this trade. You can cancel it at any time, right? So let's just cancel it. I've canceled it now. Now, the same thing for a sale. If you are doing for a sale, that means on the sale, limit sale is the opposite of limit buy. That means you want to sell at a price higher. Maybe you have BTC in your wallet. I can't do it because I don't have any BTC, or else I have to buy BTC. So I don't have BTC currently now. So I will not be able to do it. I'm not able to place any order because you can't sell what you don't have. But if I have BTC, I may put that I want to sell at 60,000. So that is, as soon as you cancel the limit order, the USDT that you used earlier to place for the buy will be released back to you. You can do anything you like with it now. But if you have pending order, the BTC, the USDT will be locked such that you cannot spend it, you cannot withdraw it, you cannot sell it on P2P, You cannot do anything with it. It will just be there, locked, until you cancel that order. Now, the same thing with Bitcoin. I have Bitcoin in my wallet now. I can put that I want to sell it at $60. So let's say I have like let's say I have like 0.5 Bitcoin. So I can sell 0.5 Bitcoin. It's going to be $30,000, right? When Bitcoin rises to 60K. That's how it is. Then I can please sell. So when I press sell, it's going to have the amount of Bitcoin I want to sell as a pending order. And that Bitcoin will be locked. I cannot do anything with it until I cancel that order, or the order price gets to 60,000 and the order gets filled. So that is limit order for you. Now we have another type of orders. You can see it here. We have stop limits. Now under this stop limit, we have OCO. I won't talk about trailing stop. We'll talk about trailing stop later. But for now, we'll just talk about stop limit and OCO. Now, stop limit is the opposite of limit. I will explain it. Now, I told you that with limit, you can buy at a price lower than the current price. If currently the price is at 21,591, right? Now, you can't if you want to buy, maybe you believe that if Bitcoin should go above 25,000, right? Maybe you do your analysis, you have done your analysis, and from your analysis, you get to a conclusion that if Bitcoin should go above 25,000, definitely it's going to go to 100,000. Yes, you understand. But your trigger for that 100,000 buyers is that it must get to 25,000 first. But you don't want to sit in front of your system all day waiting for it to get to 25,000. So you can use this stop limit. Now, this stop limit is you buying. If you are doing stop limit for buy, it means you are buying at a price higher. Are you getting it? At a price higher than the current price. If you are using just ordinary limits, you are buying at a price lower than the current price. Now, this is how you feel it. You have to have a stop. That's a place where you want your limit order to activate, to be set active. Let me explain it to you. If you put 25,500 at this point, right? So this means that when price moves up to 25,500, it will now place a normal limit order for you. If price should go above 25,500, it will now place a normal limit. So this limit now has to be anything below or equal to this 25,500, or else you'll not be able to place. Let's say you want to now put 25,500. So what this simply means is that if Bitcoin should rise to 25,500, place a limit order for me. The price has now got to 25,500. That's fulfilled your first condition. Now place a limit for me at 25,000. So it's going to wait for Bitcoin to go to 25,500. Then place a trade for you at 25,000. Now you have to now put the amount you want to spend. Let's say you want to spend $20. Right? So it's going to be this. This is the price you are going to buy at, right? But it will first go up. It will first go up to 25,500 before this now gets activated. I can place on buy. See, it's trying to explain it to you. Stop 25,500, limit 25,000, amount of Bitcoin 0.0008, total 20 USDT. Now, this is the explanation. If the last price rises to or above 25,500, an order to buy 0.00080 at price of 25,000 will be placed. I hope this is clear. This explanation is just straightforward, right? So let's proceed. So automatic is going to place the order for you. And you see this is the order here. Now, the amount of USDT I'm using will be locked. The amount of USDT I'm using will be locked, such that this 20 USDT. Now my balance will be showing 12 because 20 has been locked. So it's only 12 now I can use. Now the same thing goes for sell order. I can't do it now because I don't have any BTC, but I will still explain. It's just an opposite of this. Now if I'm doing stop limits for this, so that means I will first put a price where I want the limit to be activated. So I can say if I'm selling on stop limit, that means I'm selling at a price lower than the current price. I hope you are jotting these things down so that you don't get confused. I'm selling at a price lower than the current price, right? For example, now Bitcoin is currently at 21,657. So I can decide to sell at 20,000. So I believe that if Bitcoin should drop to 20,000, it's going to drop more, right? So I can put 20,000 here. So if Bitcoin should drop to 20,000, I can now say place an order for me at let's say 20,500, right? So I'll put the amount of Bitcoin that I want to sell. I don't have any Bitcoin, so it's not going to show anything. But let's just put something here. It's going to show, right? So can you understand? Do you understand now? If price should drop to 20,000, now going to place an order. Your normal limit order you want to sell people above, right? But this will now trigger this order. Immediately price gets 20,000. So now set a limit for you at 20,500. You can also put this at 20,000 if you want, just want price to trigger and set limit immediately, right? You can also do that, but you cannot place it and the price like that. So you click on sell and it's going to place an order for you to sell. All right, so that is stop limit. Now the third part I'll talk about is this OCO. I'll be talking about OCO. Okay. Now I want to talk about OCO. Right, OCO is the combination of limit and market order. OCO is the combination of the both of them. Limit, limit and stop limit. That's OCO. OCO is a combination of limit and stop limit. Now, let me explain. As you can see that you have more forms to fill. Or let me cancel this first. Okay, I've already canceled all the others. Okay, now, so all right, now what OCO means is one cancel order. Now you are trying to combine both limits and stop limits together, but you want that if one is active, the other one should be cancelled. That is why we call it one cancel order. That's why we call it one cancel order. That's why we call it one cancel order. So now, listen very carefully. We want to combine all of it together. Now, this is you first put the price you want to buy at here. Let's say you want to buy at 20,000. So this is for the normal limit. Now I want to set for the stop limit. Now for the stop limit, you can say if it should rise to 21,000, right? Then set another limit for me at, let's say, 20,500. Then you put the amount 20 BTC. Then you click on buy. Oh, sorry, this is not going to work. This has to be our Bitcoin price. I told you. So let me put 22 here. The stop limit has to be above current price. So if it goes to 22,000, let me use a far price so that if a massive pump happens now, it's not going to activate. I don't want to buy that price. So if price should go to, for example, 23,000, then place an order for me at 22,000. But if price just drop to 20,000, then place an order for me to sell. I hope this is not confusing. I hope this is not confusing. That's placed the order. So you can see it's placing two orders for us. Now it's placing the first order, which is $20,000. Here I told you that it's one cancel order, right? So it's placing the first one, which is 20,000. This one is just normal limit. So if price should drop to 20,000 now, it's going to fill this and cancel this. But if price does not drop to 20,000, I will repeat myself, just hold on. If price should uh, just go straight up and put 22,000, that's when to now place an order. Sorry, it goes to 23,000. This is a trigger condition. To now trigger an order for, it will now place an order at 22,000. So that if price rise to 23,000, it's not going to buy it there, but it's not going to place an order at 22,000. Okay, let me just explain this whole thing again. I think it's a little bit confusing. After this explanation, you have to rewatch the video to get it because I will not re-explain again. Okay, now, so I said OCO is combination of limits and stop limits. Now, bear it at the back of your mind that if you are buying on limits, you are buying below the current price. Then if you are buying on stop limits, you are trying to buy above the current price. I hope this is clear. If you are buying on limits, you are buying below the current price. If you are buying on stop limits, you are trying to buy above the current price. Now, if you are using the OCO, that means you are trying to set two orders at the same time. That if it should go down, I want to buy. But if it doesn't go down and it just keep going up, I still want to buy. You understand? Now, if one is activated, the other one will be cancelled. That's why we call it one cancel order. Order now means one cancel the other, something like that. Right? Or one cancel one. Let's just call it that way. One cancel one, OCO. It also goes that way. So now this is how to set it up. Now you first put your normal price for the normal limit order, right? So this price here, you are going to just put a price below this current price. For example, 20,000. That's for the first order. So if price should just drop and drop to 20,000, it's going to fill your order and buy for you. And on the other hand, if you now want to buy above, should in case you want it, you think it's going to go down, it refuses to go down, just continue going up. Right? It just continue to go up. That is when you will now use this other part of it. Remember, if you're using stop limits, you need to first put a price where you want the stop limit triggered. So you can now say, if price should now instead rise to 23,000, then place a limit for me at 22,500. Just like I explained for stop limits. So when price rise to 23,000, it's going to now place a buy order at 22,500. And if I just want to buy direct at 23,000, I'll just have to put 23,000 share. So what is going to happen is that once price rise to 23,000, it's going to set an order for me at 23,000 and sell it and get it filled immediately. You understand? If once this one gets triggered, this is going to be cancelled. And if it's this one that gets triggered first, these ones are going to be cancelled. So you put the amount of Bitcoin, let's say $20, amount of USDT is $20, and click on buy. So it's opening two orders for you. So this one is limit, right? So if price should just drop straight to $20, it's just going to, if price drops straight to $20, it's just going to buy for you at this amount. It's going to buy 0.0086 Bitcoin for you at 17.20. That will be the price. You get it? Now, on the other hand, if this one does not activate, once this one activates, it's going to cancel this. Now, if it is this one that activates first, price just keep going up, up, up. It doesn't go down at all. Then it gets to 23,000. It's going to place an order for you. You get this the trigger condition. You get to 23,000. Equal if price is greater or equal to 23,000, then it's going to place an order for you at that same 23,000. And you are going to be buying the amount, the same amount, 0.0086 at 19. Remember, you are now buying at a higher price. That's why the price is higher here. You understand now? So that is it. Now for sell, it's just an opposite of the buy. You understand? For sell is the opposite of the buy. Now, if you want to sell, let's say we have Bitcoin here now. Now, we want to sell originally, If you are using limit, that means you are selling above the current price. If you are using stop limit, that means you are trying to sell below the current price. So if the current price is 21,590, right? So that means you want to sell at a higher price. Let's say you want to sell at 25,000. So this will be your first order. Then stop loss. If you want to now do stop markets. Now to do stop market, it means that you want to also, in case it doesn't go up, start going down. You don't want to keep having Bitcoin when it keeps going down. So you want to sell it, let's say, below the current price. If it starts going down, let's say you want to sell it at 20,000. Right? So you just put 20,000 here and also put 20,000 here. So once price gets to 20,000, it's going to set an order for a limit order at 20,000 and get it free. It's the same thing. And you can also choose this one to be a little bit higher. You can see 20,500. So on the same hand, you can see that if price should rise to 20,000, so if price should drop to 20,000, now set an order for me at 20,500. It's just a normal limit order. So price drop to 20,000, set an order for me at 20,500. Then you put the amount of USDT you want to do. So once you put it, it's going to open two trades for you like this. Let's practicalize this also. I'm just dashing markets, small charges fee so that you can understand it very well. I hope you understand it very, very well. I don't want to be theoretical or any. I want to be 100% practical. So let's see what's going on. Okay, I have to buy first. I cannot sell what I don't have. So I have to just buy first. Let me just use all my $12 and buy. Okay. So now I've bought, you can see now that I have BTC. So I can practice it now. Let's practice it now. Okay, so now I have 0.0055843 BTC here. So I can decide that I want to sell it. If it goes up to 23,000, I want to sell it for me. But if it doesn't go up that much and it begins to go down, to 21,000, please, I'm not a do again. Please sell it for me. So I can decide that if it goes down to 21,000, still sell it for me. Or I can answer if it go down to 21,100. If it goes down to 21,100, sell it for me. So I put the amount of Bitcoin I want to sell. I can say 100% of my Bitcoin. That's what I want to sell. So just tap on sell. Right, that's placed the order. It's going to place two orders also. The first one is limit. So if it goes up to 23,000, it's going to sell it off. Then if it doesn't go up, if it goes down to 21,100, it's still going to sell it off. If it goes down to 21,000, as you can see, less or equal to 21,000. So if the price should go below 21,000, it's going to set an order for me at 21,100. I can decide to put 21,000 here so that immediately this triggers, you place an order and it sells off. So now, what we use this OCO for is to set stop loss and take profits. Now, what do I mean by that? Just like what I've done, you remember that I bought this Bitcoin with just $12, right? So if I'm selling it at 28,000, I'll be selling it at $13.34. That means I've made a profit of $1, right? So if this order should fill now, I'm taking my profits. I'm closing my profits. You understand? Something I bought at $12 and I'm selling at $13. That means I made the profit of $1 and I want to close that profit like that. But if it doesn't go my way, it begins to go down. I don't want to lose much. Just sell it for me at 21,100 and I'll be losing 12.24. So I'm putting a stop to my loss. So we use this OCO to say what we call take profits and stop loss. All right, so that will be the end of today's class. Sorry, it's very lengthy. Tomorrow we'll go to the next topic on our outline. if you have any question as usual. All right, thank you so much for your time. And if in the course of you watching this video, you have a question, just send me a DM. I'm going to answer all your questions. Thank you for watching and have a nice time.